Drinking Bros. Put down the water and grab a fucking drink.
Hey.
My mama don't like me. She likes everyone.
Jeff Ritter.
We're not doing
Jeff
Bieber.
Ritter.
Fuck
We're
you,
not.
Jeff Ritter is amazing.
I'm gonna fight that motherfucker.
Yeah, we're gonna
Fight on
he won't
site.
want
We're gonna fight.
Jeff
He won't
Ritter's
want to be
fight
like,
on site
Jeff,
now.
Because
Fight on site.
honestly,
Let's go.
you'll meet Jeff Ritter, you'll be like, God, you and I should be cousins.
No, what I want to do is I might just rock his shit.
No.
and then
Straight
Yeah.
out, left,
Yeah.
straight, right
Honestly,
down.
fight on site just
You
because.
will-
I'm
no.
gonna say, hey Jeff, that's because fucking Jared's an asshole.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Jeff,
Hug
you're,
him.
Jeff,
You
you're
will
probably
meet him?
cool.
And
No,
you'll be like,
Jeff is
"Fuck,
probably
dude, I
cool.
like you."
It's toddlers and Tierra Taylor that we have a fucking
Yeah.
problem
No, that's
with.
not my
Yeah.
fucking nickname.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
my
it is.
fucking nickname.
We need
It's
to
stuck.
fight.
Yeah.
It's stuck.
Me and Jared
Everybody
Fight
after
need to get
last
it out.
episode, it's stuck.
We need-
Everybody's
me and
calling
Jared
you
need to get out of
toddlers.
our
and
Hold
system.
Tierra.
on. We should get into that after the sponsors,
should.
but I think you and Jared should go mitts one day.
I'm down.
Like you have to play a little nice.
I
but
will be
it would
nice.
I would love to see
I'm interested to
Jared
see how that goes.
in mitts.
All right.
Because I need to get that out of me sometimes. I want to knock you out when you
Yeah.
piss on me.
Hey, Matt. Honest question.
sounded really good.
Rocco would beat us. He would
but what
knock
happens
us
the
all
next
out
day?
in under a minute.
What
Right?
happens the next day when I piss on you?
Okay, so what's
I'm at a restaurant with a crackhead that just washed my clothes in a house that I don't even think she knew the owner of.
No, I'm just saying you're good, but I still want to fight you.
Yeah, you're fine about that. What he's saying is he want to box you. Hey,
what's the
I'm
what's the
boxed.
honest question, Ross? You said
over under a minute of how long it would take Rocco to knock the three
I'm not
of
going
us
to be
out.
going that hard on him. I think
to knock three of us
I
out.
mean, he's a professional boxer.
one at a time. Like
I'm
he,
not
like
a professional.
how long
It's
do you think
like-
you could go with Rocco?
Yeah, but
Matt?
still, it's like
I could go a while with Rocco. Like the only time that I would like if I overextend myself, like he is an absolutely better boxer than me. But I know not to play. I've sparred with him enough where I know where his strengths are. Like he's a counter striker, and so it's like if I overextend, then I'm gonna get caught because I've been caught in the gym before. But yeah, I mean,
it doesn't match up. It's like saying, hey,
Me
let's
and-
do an 8-stack fucking CAS aircraft.
Yeah,
and
let's
let's
who-
roll.
Yeah, who
Like,
can
go.
call for fire?
You're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot that way.
It would be fun to see, though. It would be.
it would
fun
be
to see.
like yeah.
It would-
I,
that
I'm
wouldn't
curious
hurt
on
you.
the
I wouldn't
over
hurt you.
under.
dude, that
for
would be funny.
minutes.
Dude, let's do that. Hey, so actually, we're gonna set this up. We're gonna go to Jesse's gym
Yep.
at some point, and we're gonna do a sparring. It's gonna be super light. There's
Well,
no knockouts.
Oh, well,
It would
yeah.
just be a fun thing for the podcast because I've seen Jared
Let's
throw an
close it
overhand
out. Let's
right.
close it out.
He can throw an overhand right.
We'll do
Can
it
he
at a
really?
closed location at my boy Benny's place.
Okay, yeah.
So it's just a ring.
Jared is athletic enough to throw a good
He can
punch.
scrap. He can
You're
scrap.
kidding,
He's-
right?
No.
He's scrappy. dude.
I fought our vice president of R15.
He and Jared, I saw roll with. Was it Josh Tyler? Was it?
Yeah, I
he
rolled with
did
Josh.
jiu-jitsu with him. He was just rolling a lot. He's scrappy. I mean, he doesn't know what he's doing, but he's scrappy.
And that's the thing. Like what I've noticed is people. I've never had any formal training at all.
Right.
At all.
Yeah.
But I know certain things where I've seen people's weaknesses with formal training is they're constantly trying to get you into. They're trying to work you into a matrix. But if you are completely random and just like unpredictable, they don't know what to do because it's like, fuck. I did.
It's funny the way you're talking about is the way you actually spar is what I'm learning to be better with. Not so calculated with my punches, just letting my hands go and being comfortable with my head movement. You tag motherfuckers all single day, so it's actually pretty funny.
It's the funny thing is that like we talk about like a street fight is scary when the guy has no skill.
You don't because
I have no clue where that fucking punch is coming
you
from.
know fucking
If I fight a
Yeah.
guy that has a skill,
Yeah.
like well, he's usually gonna be very orthodox.
I was in Taji in 2007, and I had to fight one of our dudes that was a Ranger Tab dude. I mean, that's intimidating.
yeah.
Well,
It's
it's TAC P.
Yeah.
It's TAC P.
yeah. I'm kidding.
Went to
I'm
Ranger
kidding.
school.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
dude.
So it's like, all right, you two are going up against each other. And no kidding, like going into that, I was like, this motherfucker's just going to fuck me up. But then as soon as we got on the mats, I realized he was so to straw mine and he kept trying to go for certain things. And once I realized that, I kept switching it up and then I put him in a rear naked choke and it was done.
But that's the thing.
And everyone was like, what the fuck? How the fuck did you just do
as a
that?
TAC P, if you feel like you're looking up to a Ranger guy, then you go to softfleet.com to get some fucking supplements.
There you go.
Whoa!
Mr. Matt Best with a segue. Welcome to Drinkin' Bros. This whole thing is brought to you by some sponsors. The first one, Matt Best just named, Softfleet.com, SOFLETE.com. They can customize workouts. You want to train like a Navy SEAL? They fucking do that for you. You want to take some supplements and get all jacked up like Schwarzenegger in '84? They got all that for you there.
That was a good year for Schwarzenegger.
Great year. That's probably his best year. That was his
I think
Commando
so.
year. They shot Commando that year, probably. Go to softfleet.com for the best customized workout for anybody, man body, woman body, anybody. And they also got some of the finest supplements there is. Type in the promo code Drinkin' Bros and you get 10% off.
That's Jared's sexuality after last episode. Man body, woman
goddamn
body,
right it
anybody.
is.
Hey, stop!
Dude, there was a lot of
friend.
Dude, we got a lot of haunting emails
like cousins,
of people
you just
on the
figure
bow
shit
of a
out.
ship looking for the fucking
cousins?
necklace.
What?
What are you talking about? Your cousin's figuring what out?
That's nothing. Nothing.
Like I said,
I didn't make out with my cousin.
for Softfleet guys, it's a wonderful programming thing. Like a lot of people, if you haven't been to the gym and or you're doing a selection process, or you want to do a Tough Mudder, they have all those breakdowns, and it's legit. And then they also supplement them with supplements, which is cool because it's a one-stop shop, so we like it.
One-stop shop for all your workout needs. Go to softfleet.com, SOFLETE.com.
It's run by all Marsoc guys, or Raiders, whatever you want to call it now.
I
But
like
yeah.
Brand. He was so nice.
they're legit dudes,
He looks
legit
like a
fucking
firefighter.
tested
He's
dudes.
hot.
They are. And if you want to test yourself, get all hopped up on some StrikeForceEnergy.com. Go to StrikeForceEnergy.com.
Was that a weed whacker?
They
no,
don't
it was
use
a
aluminum.
chainsaw.
They don't use aluminum.
No, they don't.
Who
it's
uses
a tiny
aluminum,
tin
Jared?
Hitler
pouch.
does
Hitler
for his
uses aluminum.
submarines.
You're goddamn right. Kick the can. Kick the can. Go to StrikeForce
Kick the
Energy.
kid.
Go to StrikeForceEnergy.com for all of your energy needs. It'll keep you going past 6 hours. You think a 5-hour energy drink was great? Fuck that. This goes 6 to 7. You thought Red Bull was awesome? That's 2 hours in a club with fucking Swedish House Mafia.
5-hour energy is the hipster straight dude that I fucked out of Principle and Dominance. That's not
Yeah.
Strike Force. Butt fucked 5-hour energy.
yeah.
You're
love
goddamn right it does. It goes into anything. It goes into waters.
Yeah,
it goes into sodas. It goes into liquors. It goes into
goes in your
coffees.
mouth.
Yeah, it
What?
goes in your mouth. You could
In your
snort it. You could
mouth.
take it rectally. You could have your friend mainline it as long as they're a licensed nurse.
This is a little weird before you put that out there, but apparently in Utah, go is come. So it's like, are you gonna go? That means, are you gonna come?
I've heard
Yeah.
that.
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
So
How's
it's
that? Wait, explain that one more time.
what?
What?
So
Are you
if
gonna
you're
go? Are you gonna go?
So it's like if you're
Are you gonna
you're
shoot?
having
I want
sex
you
with
to
a
go
chick,
on my
it's like,
face.
yeah, go on me. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Am I coming on you? And it's like, go is their term.
That's so dope.
I don't
Yeah.
like
Gross.
Yeah, but you know what? I hid this. I heard him say this a lot. I hid this for a little bit.
What?
I don't like saying.
Well, then you say
Oh,
go, bitch.
God. Of
don't
course
like
you don't,
saying
Jared.
it.
Of course you don't.
God,
I
I
know,
think Jared, you should have been a
Because
woman.
I hate.
Come on, Jared.
Come on, you're a
Come on,
Come on,
Jared.
grown
We need a shirt that just says "Come on, Jared."
Come on, Jared. yeah.
Knock me down.
Toddlers and Tiara Taylor. Come on, Jared.
Toddlers and Tiara Taylor.
That's
For
not
all your
my nickname, Ross.
Get
for
your
all,
eyes over
hey,
Strike
for
Force,
all your
you know?
energy need, go to StrikeForceEnergy.com. They ship anywhere in the entire world, including they ship the entire route of the Titanic. They'll ship it to Iceland, so you can find the fucking the heart necklace or whatever the fuck it
And
was.
I heard that there was a free subscription to where that the necklace was dropped in the sea.
There is. If you type in the promo code Drinkin' Bros, you get
There it
20%
is.
off, and they also give you a treasure map of where that necklace may or may not be. That's not true. But it would be awesome.
But the 20% off is.
It would be
That's so
awesome.
funny.
And you know what else you should take on that ship? If it's going down, you might as well kill a passenger next to you. Go to TartarusOrdnance.com. TartarusOrdnance.com. That's TartarusOrdnance.com for all your home defense ammunition needs.
Right. I feel like if you're the last guy in the Titanic and it's you and one other male about to board the ship, all the female, all the kids are there, I'm probably going to shoot him in his kneecap.
you got to blow him away, right? Well, no, you got to blow him away.
I hope you can swim with one leg and all the sharks around you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
you know, and then I just yell Leroy Jenkins, and I jump in the fucking boat.
Oh God.
Go to
Definitely get an
tartarusordnance.com
address and kiss
for
your
all
buddy.
your home defense ammunition needs, or if you're trapped on a boat in the ocean,
you
go to
still talking about that?
tartarusordnance.com.
Stop it!
Type in the promo code Drinkin'
Rocco's
Bros.
being
You
a
get
dick.
10% off of every order in the store, including firearms. Next up, we got warfightertobacco.com. If you're holding another dude on the front of a ship like Jared Taylor was in 8th grade,
Shut up.
smoke him if you got him, and leave your manhood behind you. Just exhale your manhood behind you, leave it in the dust, and smoke a cigar and celebrate your gayness. Go to warfightertobacco.com. They got the finest hand-rolled cigars in the lands, made from Cubano seeds, straight from the Dominican Republic, sealed with the tiniest little hands, smoked with a giant, smoked with a giant mouth like Rocco's. Look, real men smoke cigars. They don't smoke hookahs. They don't smoke Swisher Sweets. Go to warfightertobacco.com. They're 100% combat veteran owned, and get your cigars right now and smoke them. Type in the promo code Drinkin' Bros. You get 10% off of every order. Last but not least, we got A Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed, the first ever romance novel for dudes. Yes.
Love that.
Get on the horse and get yourself the funniest novel ever written by yours truly, the most gifted author of this or any century. Go to barnesandnoble.com, amazon.com, audible.com, all that shit. They got it there. They got it in every fucking bookstore available except for Walmart, because they suck dick. Dicks.
All the dicks.
All the dicks. Last but not least, we got Lead Slingers Whiskey. The finest whiskey in the lands. George Washington Carver. If you cut open his veins, they would bleed peanuts and lead slingers. That's how amazing this fucking whiskey
We found
is.
a scientific way to actually bottle the Constitution, and that's what we did.
What do we bottle?
We bottled the Constitution,
The
and it's
Constitution.
you know
Yep.
it's the 13 colonies in your fucking mouth. All right.
Right in your
I
fucking
figured
mouth.
it out. Like, honestly.
Well, no slavery though. We abolished that shit.
When I did that video with
What?
Casey, the video and the dresses.
Oh, we got
Like-
T-Bone
he's
Taylor.
stumbling.
going for it.
Yeah.
He's stumbling.
I-
Toddlers
no,
and Ciara
no, no.
Taylor's. You're
I was
pulling
an
Hillary
actor.
Clinton.
I was an actor. Like, I did that for the film. Like, I was just acting.
For what film?
For what
The
film?
film that was going on. It was my sister was recording a VHS.
Are you?
Oh, boy.
Are you trying to cover
Boy,
your tracks?
Are
boy.
you still talking about
covering
last
your-
episode?
Get him a diaper.
I-
Get him a fucking diaper tonight. This is
I
a
just
diaper night
realized
for him.
It was my sister that was recording that.
But hold on.
Why?
Okay, since again, Jared, this is an audio show. So what Jared is talking about, last episode, he admitted that at some point in his life, he'd sung the Titanic song in
With
a
another
dress.
man in a dress. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, another.
It was for the film.
Yeah.
it was
Okay,
for
so
the
please,
film. I was
please
acting.
defend your actions.
I'm
'cause
just saying.
You're really worried about this.
I was acting.
It was
I was-
8th grade. Who cares?
Everybody's been bringing this up online. Now you're worried about it.
I'm
What,
just
you were
saying, I
you were
was
not
acting.
acting. You
It was
kissed another
for the
man.
film.
Who
No,
told you?
wait, hold on.
My sister was manning the camera. I could not look like a bitch on the camera.
So
when
you're
the kiss
saying,
scene
so
came
you're
up.
saying Jake Gyllenhaal derived homosexual tendencies for Brokeback Man, and through your performance in
Come
that,
on,
I don't
Jared.
think Jake Gyllenhaal had anything to do with Titanic. Like, we're talking about like
Brokeback
No,
Mountain. He's
but
talking
we're,
about
we're
Brokeback
talking
Brokeback
about kissing
Mountain.
another man. We're talking about
Yeah.
kissing another man.
How
We're going
was it?
yeah, but
Brokeback.
this was years before.
But you told me later on that guy wanted to have sex with you, really, in
Yeah.
real life.
I didn't know.
yeah.
Yes, you did, Jared. Yes, you did. Yes, you fucking did. You said he wanted to mount you and have sex with you. You said you guys were watching
He wanted
Saturday
to
Night Live.
finalize that moment.
You guys were watching
Man.
Saturday Night Live in sleeping bags, and he
Wel-
reached
welcome
over
to
and you were like,
Drinking
"Whoa,
Bros.
whoa, 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 whoa!" Yeah, yeah,
Man.
Jared, let's talk about it. What was his name, by the way? A lot of people are asking what his name is.
God, here
No,
we go.
no, I don't know what. I don't know.
Yes, you know his name. What's his first name? Just say his first. You don't have to say his last name. What's his first name?
I don't know it. I don't remember it.
What is
You-
what is
oh,
lips
Did you
feel
boy.
like?
block it out?
Yeah,
block
did you
it?
block
I
this
did.
out?
I
You
did.
should go
I
in the
did.
fucking isolation chamber and release
What
this.
does lips feel
should.
like?
Yeah, what did?
He just laughs.
What'd you say?
What does lips
Butterflies.
feel like?
What?
Oh, God.
Butterflies.
Oh, God.
Like velvet.
Damn it, man.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Jesus.
This is going
Christ.
dark real fucking
No, it's
quick.
not.
Dude, Toddlers and
We'll go
Tierra
dark.
Taylor is on one tonight.
That's not my nickname.
Yeah,
The only
everybody's
reason
calling
I
you
like
that.
him.
Everybody's
I don't-
calling you that now. It's
no
too
one
late.
is calling me that. I don't
Everybody
know what
online
you're talking
is. Your mom.
Everyone
Your
online.
mom has
online.
called you that.
Nobody online. My mom is not.
There
calling
was
me
at
that.
least 4 memes that I saw.
Oh,
God
easily,
damn it.
easily.
God damn it!
You're Toddlers and
I will
Tiara
say-
Taylor. You're a special gift to this world. What was the gentleman's name in 8th grade? What was his name?
No, we're not talking about that.
Jason.
Was it Rick?
No,
was
we're
it
moving
Rick?
on. We're moving on. It was
Why-
Evan.
why-
It was Evan
Did your heart
Who's the
move
guy
on?
you always
Did your
Evan
heart
Haver?
move
Who's the
on,
guy-
Jared?
Who's the guy you say at the beginning of the shows all the time?
Yeah,
Jeff
Ritter.
Ritter.
Was
We're
it? Yeah,
gonna
was
say
it
it's
Jeff Ritter?
until we
Yeah.
find out the truth.
Jeff Ritter.
You kissed Jeff Ritter.
Ritter. Yeah.
God.
Was it him?
No.
Was it him?
I
Not
don't-
at all.
I don't believe you.
Not
I
at all.
feel like the only way that I'm convinced you're not gay, Jared, is the fact you hate cum so much.
Oh God, I hate it
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
How do you know
I
you
am
hate
too.
it though? So
I
I'm
am too.
gonna I'm
Because
not
it
being
grosses
Dr.
me
Phil.
out.
Yeah, let's get in there.
You know?
Even like weird sex stuff grosses. Sex grosses.
Yeah, but
me
what
out.
was the
What's
story?
that?
What was the first time that it happened that you were just like, oh man, I'm really grossed out by this?
Was it when you swallowed the dude in 8th grade?
No, not at all. No.
Oh, wait, you didn't deny it?
No.
You didn't
that
deny it?
didn't
You
bother
said
you.
no. That's
So it was
not
a
the
later
moment that I
story.
realized I
It was
hated
later.
cum.
It was
I
not
didn't-
that moment.
Later. in your
That's not.
life.
That's not the
No,
moment.
you tricked me in that answer.
No one tricked you.
I asked you a
No
question.
one tricked you. Yeah, we asked you a question.
You all tricked me. I didn't think you made it like that.
That was so funny, dude.
Boy.
That was so, I'm a little sick to my stomach. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I'm a little
That's
squeamish
not what I
too.
meant. That's not what I meant at all.
So
That's not what I
what did you mean? What was your first time that it grossed you out and you were sickened
like-
by it?
I feel like this episode
It always has.
Jared on blast right now.
It always has.
Why?
I don't
What?
know.
Yeah, but when was the first
It's-
time? You remember the first time? There's got to be a first time where you were like, "Oh my god, I'm gross."
My ex-wife's mother was.
Oh.
God, make a comma in there, dude.
What?
Put a
Yeah.
comma. Jesus Christ.
My ex-wife's mother
Okay, there we go.
was a dominatrix.
Oh.
Like,
oh.
she had
Oh.
a whole goddamn dungeon,
Okay.
like
Okay.
a full dungeon.
So
Better
were,
than any movie set you've ever seen.
great.
Like,
Were you in it?
full
Were you
dungeon.
chained up at one? Were you ball gagged?
No, but I did see other people like all fucked up in there.
Who? Another dude? Did you
Yeah.
see another dude get cummed on?
No, I didn't see that, but I did
Hold
see
on.
a guy.
This is getting
I
real.
did
Hold on.
see a guy.
Jared,
He
one
was
second,
hanging-
because this
what?
is getting real aggressive.
Wait, who was hanging
So-
himself?
hold on. So this is real. Your ex-wife
My ex-wife's. My
was a
ex-wife
dominatrix.
Was a dominatrix. She owned the website called punishmeplease.com.
Oh my
no.
God.
Is this real?
No
Yeah.
way.
This is completely real.
I know this is real.
And she, like, her dungeon was amazing. Like, it was.
What
it
do you
was
mean
fucking-
amazing?
Like, it was.
Explain that, because no one's in your
Like,
head.
she had a. Okay, so there was. I'll tell you the first time I came out there. So
Yeah.
I was
Explain this in
dating-
detail.
I was dating my first wife for, I want to say, about 5 months, and every time I always asked what, because she lived with her mom still, and they had a huge piece of property out north. It was way north of Sanford, out in North Carolina. It was a place called Siler City. It's funny because there is a sheriff in Siler City that listens to our podcast, and he goes, "Wait a minute, you're Jennifer's ex-husband. Like,
oh, so he.
I've heard about you. Holy fuck! I went to high school with
It's
her.
a small
We've
city.
we've had a guy that listens to our
Shit,
podcast
so funny,
that-
dude.
that went to school with her and graduated with her.
oh
So-
boy.
I've been going out there. She lives on like 7 acres. Like, it's a beautiful place, and she has a beautiful barn out in the back. And,
I bet she does.
And I come out.
Paint that picture,
I
bro.
wanna
Yeah.
say
Paint that
it was
picture.
It was a Saturday. I came out like I was 18.
Yeah.
A soldier at Fort Bragg,
Right.
like in the 82nd. Like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come visit you. Drove out there. I pull in, and I see a girl in a leotard walk out of the barn and run, and then go in another door. And I walk in the house, and I see Karen, her mom, there, and I was like, there was someone in like a ballerina outfit that just walked out of your barn and in. Jennifer was sitting on the couch. And
Is your ex-wife's name is Jennifer?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she just buried her head into her hands, and I was like, what's going on? And she goes, just tell him, Mom. And she was like, all right, I'm gonna show you. So she walked me out to the barn.
Oh my fucks.
You open the barn, and it's
Get close to the mic. We want to hear this one.
Yeah.
You see like a quarter of the barn is a regular barn. There's a tractor, there's tools and everything, but then like you see it's cut off. Like there's obviously like interior walls and stuff done in.
Fuck.
And she opens them like on rollers.
Oh.
And it opens up into a full dungeon.
Oh shit.
Like there's a fucking 30-foot wall of nothing but tools. Like
It reminds
hanging.
me of
hanging.
like fucking 50
Like,
Shades
I feel like
of Grey.
the video was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
don't want that one.
I can probably find you pictures of this thing.
50 Shades of Grey?
Yes, please.
Like,
we need
please.
those.
There's a cage,
Yes.
like a cage hanging from the ceiling. There's a guy in the cage.
There was really a guy.
Yes.
In
Yeah.
Did you talk to this guy?
No, because I was in.
He
shock.
wasn't allowed to. The
No,
guy wasn't
yeah.
allowed to talk.
He was
We watched the same porn.
He was in a cage. He was suspended by his wrist. He had clothespins all over his balls and dick.
Oh,
Like,
Fuck.
Wait, he
I
had
was-
clothespins on his balls and dick?
he was completely naked.
How is that fun?
He was suspended.
this does not sound fun to me.
I don't ask me.
So this is where Jared Taylor actually started, right here. This moment. This is the moment.
Yeah, I'm
in your
18
life.
years old.
Yeah.
This is now the girl I'm about to marry. This is her mother's profession. Is I
Well-
fuck people up.
The fact that she
For a
showed you, hold
living.
on. The fact that she showed you the barn
On the first
doesn't
date?
weird me
Yeah.
out. No,
Yeah.
It's not the first
No,
date.
no, it's not the
this
first
was,
date.
This was 3 months. Like,
Okay,
right,
after
but the
us
fact that
dating.
there was a suspended human in there makes it fucking weird for me. It'd be like,
Same.
honey,
Brave.
at 6
Same.
p.m. when we're closed for the fucking day, I'll
this
bring
day
in
though,
Jared.
this day was like the first real day of that house
Yeah.
because everything had always been kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I went out there, I saw it.
Now you're like, I get it.
I'm like, I don't understand this lifestyle, but I'm not going to judge.
Yeah.
We go back. I'm hanging out with Jen. We watch a movie. We go back in the living room at about like 7 p.m.
Yeah.
That dude comes back in a suit.
Regular outfit.
He
yeah.
comes in. He pays her mother close to like $18,000.
What?
And then he hands me and Jen like $800 a piece, like just in cash, like
Just to shut
Hey.
the fuck up.
hey, thanks for fucking being around. And then he bounces.
No way. Did he think
Yeah.
you were
He
the
probably-
safety? You were the safety guy who was the spotter?
$18,000.
Damn.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start.
but
I'm gonna
that
start tying motherfuckers up.
So that was
Yeah.
like, 'cause
I put fucking close to any dude's dick for
I
$18,000.
I asked her mother what it was about, and she goes, and her answer to me again when I was 18, I was like, I don't understand this. Like, what is it? She goes, look, all my clients are high profile, high active, like business associates. Like, they need things so extreme,
Super discreet.
to excruciate them from their life, to just remove them from their daily troubles and stresses and everything. They come to me to get that.
Fuck,
And
man.
then they-
I
and they pay
never
me.
in my life have I had reached that point where I was just like, oh
No,
man.
no. I would
need
not
to get
yeah.
fucking
I
dominated.
don't need to be whipped. I don't need to have fucking
Yeah,
clothespins
I've
on.
never
Like,
reached that
it's
point in
funny,
my life.
If you watch, what was the Leonardo DiCaprio movie?
Which one?
The one where he
Titanic?
just no, Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was that snippet in there too when he's getting by the dominatrix. I think that exists. I truly believe. I don't know what the ratio would be, but like half of dudes are like the dominant masculine guys, and 50% like that submissive route. And I think that's why dominatrix exists, right? Because dudes want that, which is completely outside of my realm of sexuality.
I would take
Like,
a day and let them do, as long as nothing inserted. I'd take a day and let someone try that weird shit.
I don't like to be in any submissive role. I need
Yeah,
to be
me
in control
neither.
of
Me neither.
I need to be in control all the time.
I don't know. I'm one of those guys. I want to control. That's why I don't like flying, because I'm like, I don't trust the fucking dude flying this plane.
Right.
I'd rather get up there and do it myself. But it's like, It sounds weird enough. Like, well, I'd let someone smack the fuck out of me if they wanted to once in a while, right? But
No, if I get smacked, I want to punch him in the fucking face.
Yeah,
the fuck out of me.
I don't submit. I don't subscribe to that either. But Rocco, shit. Since we're talking about this, I know this is completely fucking off topic because we weren't going to talk about this, obviously. But I had a buddy, like a really good friend of mine, who is into that type of shit. And I can tell, but here's the thing: I can tell you why, and I can explain it too. I can break it down to you. So he is I'm not gonna, obviously say his name. He's a very, very high powered attorney. He is as a partner in a law firm, so there's no higher than he can get. And his whole thing is like he's a bulldog in trials. Like he's that motherfucker like that you just don't want to deal with in a trial. And that's his job at the law firm as the partner to go in and kill all these trials. You can't beat this guy. But that being said, in his real life, he's used to dominating every motherfucker on the planet, and he's about your size, Rocco. That's in his private life, he's just like, fuck, man, I just need somebody else to take the wheel on this. And he told me this story, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, really? And he goes, yeah, man. And he goes, you can only feel dominant like so long where you're just like, all right, cool. I want to be somebody else tonight. And you're like, never in a million years.
I don't know about to that extreme, but I totally understand that. It's like when you have to be fucking, when you have to play fucking face of everything and carry a weight of whatever you're doing in life, you kind of want to back out of that and be something different because it takes the load off your shoulders where you're like not having to
make the decisions for us.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
It gets tiring.
Right.
I have to make decisions every fucking day. For fuck's sake, just decide what we're having for dinner.
But to me, that doesn't.
I fucking hate that.
But that doesn't translate to sexuality for me. Like I go home and I'm like, hey Mel, I just love a blowjob and to fall asleep and not to cuddle you. Like that's my outlet. Where it's
I love the fuck for you to smack me across the fucking.
See
mouth.
that? No, because then I get mad.
Smack me across the
Then
mouth
there's
and
holes in the
pull my
vagina.
nuts like if you're gonna rip off my body.
I want you to cut my upper cheek, and then it's on.
Yeah, I don't need like, hey, let's hide a ferret in a box in the freezer until it's just half dead and then wake it up again. Like I don't need that. So it's like scratching at you. Like I don't need that in the middle of the night.
Tie
like,
my
to get
sack
off.
to my throat so if I move it chokes
I think
me
we were
out.
talking about that a couple episodes ago. It's like I'm a firm believer where it's just do you, man. As long as it doesn't like hurt other people.
Yeah,
It's
Same
not
here.
Hurting,
Same
as long as
here.
you're not hurting babies or
Yeah.
weird things.
It doesn't
If
bother me.
you
But,
want
like,
to if you want a Richard Gere gerbil, go ahead.
If you want to take a gerbil in the fucking boom doom, do your thing. It's not my thing.
It's imposition of will, right? So it's like as long as you're not imposing on someone else's like will and their right, I don't really have issues with stuff. So it's like
Same here.
Like yeah, when you have like the hardcore conservatives like gays are bad, I'm like, dude, who cares, man? That guy fucking served a country in the military, did more than you ever did, and he takes a dick in the ass if he probably comes harder than you do with your wife that doesn't fuck you. So shut up.
Yeah, I like that. I like that concept.
Yeah. I don't think anybody should be judged for their shit.
I'm 30 this year, dog. I'm a fucking realist.
You
bro.
are. Matt, you're all grown up. You're all grown up.
I've seen a lot of life, dog. I'm a fucking realist.
You really have. You really have. And we share the same. Me and you share the same views on life in that aspect. Like a lot of aspects actually, but that one in particular, where it's like, hey, fuck, life is hard enough. Whatever you do behind closed doors, fuck it. As long as you're not harming anyone, who cares? You know?
Yeah, I don't care.
I come on.
I try not. I mean, I still judge people. Like if you're vaping, I'm gonna fucking judge you.
Yeah.
But
But
that's a public
douche.
thing. That's a public thing.
One thing I did
don't vape in
love
public.
from
do
my
it.
ex-wife's mother is she made a lot of money from people that just weird people. Like she would keep chastity keys for guys at $1,000 a month, just to
So they couldn't fuck?
Just they would lock themselves up and mail the key to her.
What
She
is
would
that?
mail.
What?
She would mail.
How do they go to the
letters.
bathroom?
Well, they can still go to the bathroom, but they can't fuck.
How?
How?
It's, dude, look it up. Like it's a weird fucking device. I don't know.
So you can still piss and
But, like,
shit?
It's like
Here's another thing. Like
Huh.
she would mail people. Like she would mail
Teeth?
guys' wives letters. Like, hey, I've been having an affair with your husband for the last 6 months. Here's
I remember
every
you telling
time
me,
we've had
but they
sex."
actually weren't
And-
having an affair. They
No,
just wanted
no,
the letter.
They just wanted,
that.
They wanted to know that it was coming to their mailbox, and they had to rush home and try and intercept it.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding. Like this was
Wow,
this was her income.
that's a
This
whole
was her
nother
income,
level,
dude.
Yeah.
That's a
Like,
whole nother level right there.
She would blackmail people that paid her to blackmail them with lies.
Was there safe words like, "Hey, if I say fucking you
No,
know,
absolutely not. Like for them, the game was she would send an email saying, "Hey, I just mailed a letter to your wife. Intercept it," and they would get off on for the next like 10 days.
I want to sit down with her.
Rushing
for,
home.
shit. We should
2
have her on the
hours.
podcast.
Hey, we
we
need
should
her.
have
Dude,
her
I
on the
could-
podcast.
I could get her because she is really fun.
Where is she
Karen-
at? Where does she
Karen
live?
is
You think?
fuck-
I let her strap me and smack me that day too, and just see how far we can
Dude,
get.
I would
Oh my
get Karen
God.
out here. Because
Where,
she
hey,
is fucking
where does she
hilarious.
live at? What's her
She
story?
lives
Where's
in Siler City, North Carolina.
Whoa, that's down the
Sound
road.
like Solder City.
Yeah.
Siler.
Did
Siler.
you just say yeah?
Siler
Wait,
City.
okay.
North
you guys will be
Carolina.
here in December. Let's do it in December. We'll get her on the show.
I'm down.
Yeah.
That's funny, dude.
Wow, that's crazy, man. Do you still have a
Dude, she
relationship
is-
with her?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, because Madison's
Toesies?
obviously
Me and Matt
my
just
daughter,
touch
and
toes.
her granddaughter. I mean, she was always great. Like honestly, even in our marriage, like she was cool. Like Jen would get mad at me for watching porn, and her mom would be like, "Why don't you send him links to porn that turns you on? Because that's cool." And I'd be
Yep.
like, "Yeah, listen,
Brother,
to your mom,
fuck,
fuckface.
scared sister, and tornado.
Tornado.
That's
Listen to
where
your
it
mom.
came from.
Listen to your mom, Jen.
Yeah.
Come on, Jen. Come on, Jen. Listen to your mom."
Hey, turn on the Weather Channel. There's a fucking tornado coming. It's a cat. It's a cat 4.
And my sister looks scared.
Oh,
It was
fuck.
funny because through the whole marriage, she was always on my side. She was always like, "Hey, you step."
Wouldn't
your
that be
game up.
funny? It's like
Step your
Jared
game up.
ends up with his ex-wife's mother. That's a
Oh, that would be
No,
classic.
stop.
That would be classic.
Stop.
Toddlers and
Plot
Tiara
twist.
Taylor.
We found Waldo.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
You're disgusting.
That's your third and final marriage, and it's
no,
just it's
stop it.
it's
That's
the two
not-
of you, Toddlers and Tiara
Oh,
Taylor.
God,
Yep.
that's not even my nickname. I don't know.
It
what
it
I'm
is.
doing.
Everyone
It is.
online
No,
is
it
calling
is.
you that.
No,
Everyone
no
is
one
calling
is.
you that.
No one is. Franklin didn't even acknowledge that.
That was-
Everyone
he made
is
3
calling you
memes,
that.
I think.
Yeah.
He made
Three
3
memes.
memes in
Not
like the
3
first
memes.
hour of that show dropping.
Ugh, man.
It's who you are. Look, that's who you are. You're Toddlers and Tiara Taylor, and,
Yeah.
and that's where we're going. That's where we're
just
going
own it.
with it.
Own it.
Yeah. Just
Own it.
Just own who you are. What about you, Rocco? Have you ever dated anyone like in your past who's had a weird fucking sexual thing or weird parents who are into sexual things?
No, man. Everyone, I've kind of dated. Everyone's pretty normal.
You're kidding.
Not-
Shut up.
Not one time. Oh,
That laugh
Matt,
was
yeah,
perfect.
Matt got him on one. There's somebody there.
I
who
had
is-
one. I had one friend that was pretty weird in college. That she'd oh fucking.
There it is. There it is.
She would like to get really like passed out drunk, and then she would want me to try and wake her up during sex while she's passed out. And in the morning, she'd be like, "Well, you didn't do it hard enough because I wasn't awake." And I was like, "Oh shit, man!" Like, but it's like, how uncomfortable would
It's
that
so
be?
funny because
right?
you're trying to articulate
Right.
that.
I'm trying to
It's
say it
super
so it's
funny.
not so vulgar, but
She probably had a rape fantasy is what it was.
Yeah,
probably
that's what
is.
it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
yeah. But imagine that, like, someone's passed out, and you're like, "This is uncomfortable as shit," and I'm like super like
Yeah.
trying to be the nice guy.
I just
you know?
realized, how do you listen to this show at work
And-
when we're talking about rape fantasies? God dang it. I'm sorry,
No,
guys.
no,
I hope your boss didn't walk by when we
So
said
it's
that.
funny because the girl's a really sweet girl, but obviously she must have had a dark past, and I know she did. You know what I mean? So it's funny because like very open to like, okay, if that's what you want to do, whatever, we'll try it. And then she asked for that, and I was like, holy shit, this is weird. And I
Yeah.
remember in mid, I'm like, I don't know if I could even get off on this
Right.
because it's so awkward, right? And in the morning, she's like, "How was it?" I'm like, "Oh shit, this is weird."
Yeah.
It's just such a dark path sometimes,
Well,
man.
dude, I'm a true believer that like people go super dark with sexuality stuff because I always thought that I was like hippie, like I don't give a shit. But then it was early on in my life when
Yeah.
girls started talking about their stuff, I was like, yeah, you want what? Huh? Huh?
Excuse
Yeah,
me?
like I want you to load your Glock and fuck me with it kind of stuff. You're like, oh no. I'm
What?
good.
Really?
Man,
That-
I've got some weird stuff in my day. But I just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Listen, we're not going to take this episode
New
this time.
subject.
We could. No, we could though. we could really go there and just ruin everyone's life. Like
No, I think honestly what it would ruin people's
Ruin
life is
everyone's
like
life.
relationship wise, like people have this sense of what would be the word where they don't believe it exists. Like
Yeah.
everybody is inherently sexual. It's
Yeah,
the
man.
course.
Males
But-
and females, very
Of
similar.
course,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And like a lot of people believe that like, oh, monogamy. It's like monogamy can be an amazing thing if you can make it work.
Yeah. It's
but
tough.
it's very seldom that it happens.
Well, you know why? Because I think people aren't honest with their sexuality.
That's fucking thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
No. He fucking nailed it in the head, dude.
Exactly.
Because
Can I go for a second?
Yeah. Well, go ahead. Yeah.
This is the exact fucking thing that I always talk about. It's like monogamy can absolutely exist, can be absolutely fucking amazing and fun, but people are not honest with their sexuality.
Right.
What they end up doing is they go, no, I would never take it in the butt, or whatever the girl
Whatever
says.
the case. Yeah.
And then
I would never love
Because-
a fucking devil's threesome. Bullshit.
right, because they want to be the depiction of what their spouse or partner
Yeah.
wants.
They
want
feel
they-
their spouse
Right,
views as
projection.
perfect or
It's
whatever.
It's a projection
And-
of what they think they should.
So
be.
they're living outside of who they truly are, and that's why you see
Exactly.
relationships last 4 to 7 years, because
Right.
that's kind of where psychologically you cap
Sex-
at.
sex
And
is
sex
that
is the
cap.
same thing. Like you can't say that's not going to happen. Then she wants to get fucking banged in the ass. She's going to go find it somewhere else. Like
All right. You're gonna fulfill
Be-
that need. because
sexuality is, I would say, and I'll give it to you after this,
Right.
Rocco. What is about 60% of a relationship? I
it's
truly believe that.
huge, dude. It's no, I agree. I think it's a big deal because I think there's a more internal connection to being able to fulfill someone's fantasies, and then when you're able to do that and have the complete openness, well, then trust is like, well, yeah, there's like trust is real. Like once you have that, it's like, well, then there's so much more in this relationship. It's kind of a
What are
nutty
the
thing.
things we don't trust in people, right? It's usually financials and sexuality, and mainly sexuality, because people are worried about that kind of stuff.
Right,
So,
dude. And so I think honestly, if someone could be brutally honest in their sexuality and what they want in life, and then you
It's
start
so
a
much
relationship,
easier.
and then it's like, okay, well, cool. I'll fulfill your fantasies because of the fact that I trust the fact that like it stays within
but
this
that's
realm.
a hard route to go. Like
Very hard.
And I don't want to there was considering where whatever I was thinking about having to date again in my life, and I was like, God, that'd be fucking horrible, because you would project these things with people like, so what are you into sexually? They're well, what are you into? Just like,
Well,
just
missionary is cool.
Yeah,
I'm kind of into doggy a little bit. What kind of porn you watch?
Shit.
Girl on girl.
brother fuck sister during the tornado.
No, it's funny because I'm recently right now, kind of talking to someone. So I'm in
Yeah.
those stages.
You're
I'm in those
new. You're
stages.
new.
But
Right, so
but
it's
check
those
this out.
stages where it's that.
Why-
It's this kind of like, you're still walking on thin ice, and it's
But why do you think, Rocco, that the inability for people to just like to cold slate it, they want to be someone that they think the other person wants to be? Why can't they
because
come and
it's
say
always
like,
a cold
No,
start.
no.
It's always a cold
No,
start.
no, no.
I think what we're trying to do is, do we all have that vision? Like we do want to find that one person, and when you're making the
It's a
effort,
puzzle
and-
piece.
right? When you're making
It's
the
a
effort,
really
and-
fucked up, weird puzzle piece.
yeah, but if you're making the attempt to like, okay, this is the person I'm gonna kind of commit to. It's like this is the person I'm gonna start talking to, and then we're gonna start getting to these emotional fucking conversations. Well, then you also like, if I committed to that already this far, then I want to make sure this might go somewhere, and I'm not gonna open up to any fucking bitch, right? I'm not gonna open up and be like, hey, this one. So you kind of dabble in that space, like, well, I'm kind of into this kind of. It's
But wouldn't
rough,
it-
dude.
wouldn't
I need to explain to you my fucking
Contingent?
puzzle.
What do you got?
Yeah. So it's here's what I say is when you're searching,
Yeah,
you have you specifically
yeah.
have this.
So
mo-
wait. Searching for a girl or searching online? Jared, specify this.
What do you mean searching on?
No, he's talking about for a
general.
significant
Overall.
other.
Okay. With
Like,
Jared, you never know if
you
it's
have-
searching online.
You have this mold. You have this mold that you have created.
Right.
It has a certain.
So what
shape.
I identify in my head is like,
Yes.
what would be perfect?
It's this is a certain shape. But
Okay.
what happens is you start to research, you start to dabble in everything, and then you
Right.
find the closest thing to that mold,
Okay.
and you start to shove it in.
So I'm trying to fit the puzzle pieces,
You're-
so that
you're
might not
fitting-
necessarily
you're-
be the
well,
right piece.
You're just you get to that point where you're frustrated because you're like, God damn it! Like, all right, this is the closest that I can get to it. So you fit that piece in, and then what happens is you up to that point have projected everything that person has done to fit that mold, and then it starts to bust.
Yeah,
and
right,
you're
okay.
like,
And then it starts
you're
to
like,
swell.
wait a minute, yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, hold on.
It starts to get big, and you're like,
That's your opinion. No, here's the thing. Like,
But-
that's your opinion. I'm interested. Go ahead, Matt.
No,
please.
I totally agree with that, and that's what I was trying to ask you earlier, Rocco. Right? So people develop this like a false personality, right, of who they should be, and we've all done it in relationships. God, I can't remember when I was 22. It was like, this is who I am.
Yeah.
I'm so open. Like that's why I don't think I could date in the where I'm at today, because I'd be like, this is what I'm about. I'm gonna fucking drink every night.
Right.
I'm gonna fucking work hard. Work means more to me than this relationship. But then I want to take care of like all these things. Why is it that people generally don't get there or take so long to get there? And that's why like
Dude,
I've always dated older women, like
Right.
like women like they're 30, 35s. Like that's nice
people
because
cannot be honest with themselves.
Well,
It's the saddest part.
but
It's
here's
how-
where
how do you get there, right?
I say
I don't know where I got
both
there.
on both of your guys' fronts. You start to project what you want that mold to be, and you start to overlay that. You start to substitute. You start to say, oh, this is what I wanted this person to be, but they're close to it.
Right.
No,
Well,
you're-
no,
so
you're-
I'm
you're
gonna-
you're
I'm
talking
gonna-
a whole
I'm-
different. We're
yeah,
talking.
you're
a
talking
different-
about the relationship.
I'm gonna
Let me
say
get
this.
that.
So the girls I've dated recently, and not date. I said there's only been one other girl I dated besides my ex-wife. Right?
Yeah.
We know the whole
Yeah.
story. I think both those women were trying to fit the mold what they thought I wanted.
Exactly.
Right, and they weren't honest with themselves. Because if they were honest with themselves in the beginning, they would have been like, you know what, this probably doesn't work. And then right away, initially, we'd have been like,
Exactly.
okay, cool, walk away. And
But-
but,
and then- and
but
then-
they could not be honest with them fucking self. And I've been so honest with like, hey, this is what I need.
I'm crazy.
In sexuality, I need this. Like, if you can get dark, we're in, right? But
and that's the thing. Like, not to give relationship advice, but I've found, because I'm a fuck up in relationships as well. But like, ultimately, man, like when people leave relationships and like, fuck that dude, fuck that motherfucker, I'm like, you're almost like, hey, he was doing him or she was doing her. Like, you were trying to conform to what you thought she needed, and then when you weren't, you break that bubble. Like, go do you. The best part in a relationship I can think of is be like, you are individually happy. You have another individual that's happy. And obviously in relationships, you're going to have to make compromise.
and they can coexist.
Coexist, but
Coexist
there's
is a
certain,
big-
like, I think sexuality is one of the top ones. Like, financials has a lot to do with that. And then
Right.
daily life, like what you're into, like, you know, I'm not going to date a Hillary Clinton supporter. We're just not going to get along.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's
for
being
sure.
like-minded in some kind of sense where
Yeah,
you can daily.
Something
But
like
this
that.
this comes down to the separation of different mindsets that I think exists.
Yeah.
Whereas our mindset, where we're entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
we have this fucking like division where we sit over here on that side of thing.
Yeah.
Like that takes a special kind of woman that understands that.
Oh, dude.
It's super hard,
Like
man.
because even
That's a
in
big
my
thing for
life,
me.
I've seen the people that are on the other side of the left side of the spectrum that to their life they only think a good job that
Well,
has
that's the
security.
funny thing.
That is the end.
Here's the crazy. So I'm in the side of it where like, well, now I'm actually dating in this space, right?
Yes.
And so
Yeah.
I
Weird.
made sure right away, like, I'm not dating anyone that knows what we do.
Right.
And so that's why so the girl I'm dating now is a girl that had no clue. And then it's like then
Really? She has no idea.
no clue. So it's a friend of mine from the Border Patrol, his wife's best friend, which was like I was like, okay, well, I'll entertain this because there's a huge separation. Huge separation.
Yeah.
And then after about a month of this, it's like, okay, well, let me kind of explain what I do. Because it's like, do you have a job? Yeah, I'm self-employed. I'm a business owner. So business owner is one thing, right? And then you're
Yeah.
like, wait, well, there's a little more to that. And then,
Why did homeboy just recognize you at the bar?
right, exactly.
Hey,
that.
why does everybody recognize?
Right.
me?
And so it gets a little weird. And so it's like, okay. And then she started listening to the podcast. And I'm like,
Oh,
well, I'm like,
Shut the fuck up, really?
dude, I swear to you, bro. And that's what I'm saying. I got the text message where it's like, oh, you're Rocco the Pussy Destroyer. I'm like, yeah. And so it's just all good. And I explained to her, I was like, listen, man, this is my life. Like, it's never going to change. We're entertainers. We're also, this is us. Like, there's nothing to hide from it. So it's funny, but like the best part about it is like she didn't know.
Right.
So then I know that it's not like she's not influenced by the attention seeking side of what we have. But at the same time, it's like, who can just jump into this and be okay with it? It's a heavy
hard.
task, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, it's hard, man. And I'll admit it. I don't care.
You're jumping, sprinting.
I'll
It's
put
like
it out
there.
Usain Bolt.
I'll put it out there, man. Like when I went to Salt Lake, Mel and I kind of like took a step away from a relationship just to figure out our own individual fucking rights, and it was pretty difficult because we both, essentially married and care about each other. But it was awakening for me because, I wasn't doing my own thing, but I was treating myself as single in the sense of like I'm gonna do whatever the fuck Matt wants.
I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah, and then you start to realize how crazy our life is, and you kind of need someone to ground you. And I was like, motherfucker,
You need someone that was there. Like, I'm really glad that we did that we went through that.
It's almost like
because
you start to see things and traits in people's, and like it's where my life is at. So it's like I
Mel's
value.
been around for the last almost 3 years now. She got us through fucking Sarah, and then
she's been through a lot.
Been through it all.
Up to this point, like we don't have to question motives, and that is
and it's a beautiful thing. But then again, like
the greatest thing for us.
And this is the thing about relationships. You start as a guy and like an entrepreneur, you can always be like, okay, man, I can go exceed. I need someone that needs to be this more than this. And then when you have to ground yourself again and be like, what brings me back to earth? Like I'm a crazy motherfucker. My brain is insane. I'm always working.
How do we really do things?
Yeah. How do I step back and how can I have someone that says, listen, you're a drunk asshole half the time. I mean, I'm not an asshole. I'm a drunk, and then like I'm always supportive though. I'll give her whatever she wants, but she appreciates me just for being me as Matt. And I'm like, that's fucking rad, dude. So
you have to have someone that humbles you again.
Exactly, and those small values for what I'm finding. I'm still learning every day with relationships. It's like that's what matters to me because it's like you can have the girl that I want to be. You're the coolest guy, Matt. Best this, and it's like that's so fucking vain.
Here's
like,
the funny part. It's like. This is just now.
Right.
Like, what about next year? Like, what if things keep going? Like, it's going to change to the point, like, you don't know who the fuck is real anymore.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
I think we're really good, and Ross can attest to this, we're really good at, like, hiding.
No, we are
really
good.
are.
We are good
like,
about it. But I'm saying people are going to start identifying no matter what.
I was at the base today meeting with the squadron commander of the Apache Squadron on Fort Bliss, and he's like, dude, I had no clue that you guys were here. It's like
people still don't know we're here.
No, we live here.
People look and double look and triple look, and then like, there's no way they live in El Paso. Like, motherfucker, we've been posting in El Paso for years.
Dude, I get emails all the time of like, hey, where are those guys at, man? Will they come see me in fucking Kansas? And I was like, no, they're nowhere near Kansas. Like, how do you not know where they lit? Like, it's literally posted every day.
Beer in Kansas.
Exactly, yeah. Kansas.
And then it's funny too because again, like even talking to him, it's like, have you guys handled the fame? I'm like, we don't know it.
I don't pay attention to that shit.
We stay at her house.
Yeah.
We hang out with each other. We hang with three people.
We pretty much have a fire base going on, like a patrol base.
Exactly.
It's three corners, and we only go to those three corners. That's
Very rarely we'll like fly somewhere, and people in the airport will run up.
The OP is fucking Ross's house.
Right.
People know who we are. Oh, sorry.
I think there's more people who are more intimidated to even come up to us than you know what I mean. And so it's like it's good. We do our thing. I do my thing. You know, like everyone.
But we've always given everybody the ample time.
Oh, dude, we're at the gym. Everyone knows who the fuck we are at the gym, dude.
Well, hey, I will say this. In L.A., I was really shocked at how many people knew Matt in Los Angeles, California. I was like, wait, what? Really? In Hollywood? What the fuck? I was surprised. I think people that live in your city are used to you guys being there. I think when you guys go to other cities, that's when shit gets wild, where it's like, oh, fuck. What are you doing here? And it's like, oh, well, yeah, we're not here every day.
Yeah, I think that kind of like culminates that the fan thing with the relationship thing, man. Like
but
we're grounded dudes, man.
We hang out with
you guys are look, everybody's fucking awesome. Yeah,
we hang out with everybody.
No, I'm not. But that's what we want to be. That's what I want to be. I want to be a grounded dude. I want to be like have friends that enjoy who the fuck I am, and that's it. Like the bigger and bigger everything has got. Like I don't care about anything other than people that appreciate me and wholeheartedly love me and like me for our character. So, and I think that everybody in life should live that way because it's a dope thing.
100% agree.
It is. And with that, let's go to the Drinkin' Bro of the Week, shall we?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
The Drinkin' Bro of the Week was submitted by Ryan Sandbank. Actually, Rocco.
Mr.
Sandbank. This one will reach out to you, Rocco. It's he's nominating Border Patrol agent Manny Alvarez, who died in Casa Grande, Arizona, in a motorcycle training accident. 13 years in BP, and his wife. He's survived by his wife and 4 kids. Great guy, great agents. He says, this is what I like about people. I know this is not the most eloquent letter or message, but I like to put his name in the hat for Drinkin' Bro of the Week. I've been in BP 20 years, and I'd be hard-pressed to name a better guy. Love what you guys do. Thank you so much, Ryan Sandbank. That's the thing, Ryan. With anybody who submits to Drinkin' Bros and Drinkin' Bro of the Week, like, you don't have to be eloquent. You can just tell us who you are. Doesn't have to be happy, sad, whatever you want your memory to be. We're all together and we're all Drinkin' Bros. So cheers to Manny Alvarez, and thank you for sending this in, Ryan. We appreciate it.
Cheers, Manny.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Honor first.
Thanks, Ryan, dude.
Honor first, man.
Cheers. Hey, by the way, Rocco, real quick, just because we're on this subject, how close is that border patrol agent community?
Dude, I mean, there's not very many of us, man. We all kind of have that.
That's what I figured, right?
Yeah, it's very, very similar to like a military, unit. It's different than a law enforcement company. It's very different than law enforcement because law enforcement is like city, state.
Sure.
But Border Patrol, man, if you wear green, I've had so many people reach out to me like, brother, I found out. Like some guy, it's like he hits me up with the 10 code. And I responded with 10 code back, and
That's funny.
he was like, brother, I just heard you're a boy in green. More respect to you. And I was like, it's crazy how that unit is, man. Just Border Patrol alone is just a very, very tight knit group.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I figured, and that's kind of why I wanted to touch on it because all these guys who submit from Border Patrol are like, oh shit, man, we love Rocco, like he's one of us, and I was like, shit, is there not very many? Like that's awesome.
Yeah, it's not, man.
That's awesome. Well, hey, this was a weird, fun episode.
It's a little weird.
Yeah,
but
Sorry
I
for
liked
getting
it.
preachy.
I liked it. It was a great one.
Liked it too.
This is a different side of us that not a lot of people see. Thanks for tuning in once again. For Matt Best, Rocco, Toddlers and Tiara Taylor, and Ross Patterson.
Shut the fuck up.
We are out of
Dance,
here.
motherfucker.
Dance. Wear your little sash. Wear your little sash tonight.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.